Hi, let's see how you can securely access remotely your Linux machine from anywhere in the internet, and not only inside of your network. First, let's see how the PCs are connected to the internet, so I use this picture to exemplify that. My Windows PC have the name external client, and from there, it will be created a tunnel through SSH port 22 to my Linux PC. To complete the task, we need to perform 4 big steps. First step is to install the xRDP server, an SSH server, on your Linux PC. Second, you should set the port forward inside of your router, where the Linux PC is connected. Third step is to obtain a dynamic DNS. The fourth step, and the last one, it is to create the SSH tunnel from your Windows PC to your Linux PC. For the first step of how to install xRDP server, an SSH server, on your Linux PC, please watch my videos dedicated for that. Please find the videos links in the video description. For the second step, we have to set a port forwarding for port 22 inside of your router. If your computer is directly connected to the internet, and it is not behind of a router, then please skip this step. If you don't find the option inside of your router menu, please check the user manual of your router. Almost all routers should have this option. First, we have to find the IP of our Linux PC by typing the command ifconfig. If there are more hardware interfaces on your PC, it will be a little bit difficult to find the desired one. Please note the IP. It will be used to set the port forward. To set the port forward, please access your router from Linux PC. For almost all routers, you can access the configuration page from a browser by typing the IP 192.168.1.1. Then search for the port forward option and set it like here, of course, with your IP address and port number. For the third step, where you have obtained a dynamic DNS, please create an account. It is free, on the site given in the video description. Also, this step should be performed from your Linux PC. After the account is created, you should choose your name on internet, like follows. First, you can see in the right side of the page, your IP that you have on internet, so please copy it because you will need it later. Now go to the left menu, and choose Dynamic DNS option. Then select No IP Hostname submenu. Press Create Hostname button and insert on the hostname the name that you want, in my case Linux class. For IPv4 address, paste the IP copied before, and for domains you can choose whatever you want. I chose a ddns.net. All other options remains unchanged. Then press Create Hostname, and after that you have your own link address, like, in my case, it is linuxclass.ddns.net. So note that down, you will need it for the next step. After you obtain the link address, then it is required to install a dynamic update client on your Linux PC. For that, please go in the left menu and select Dynamic Update Client. After, select the Linux operating system and download the stable version of the .client. And install it by following the steps from there. On my case, the file was downloaded to download folder and not SCR. So, I'm opening a terminal and I move it to SRC folder. Go to the SRC folder and then extract the files from the archive. Once the files were extracted, go to Extraction folder. As you can see, the name of the extraction folder is different than the one from their steps there. Now play the make command with sudo in front of it. There it's a problem with my library, so the solution for that is to install the missing package. Apply again the make command and the library is built successfully. Then apply the make install command, and you will be asked for the credentials from the NOIP site. If from mistake you do something wrong like me, then you have to delete the file NOIP too, and the make install can be applied again. After you finish with the configuration, you have to start the do client. For the fourth step, it is the time to switch to Windows PC, from where you want to take remotely your Linux PC. Start the PuTTY application. First, in the session category, at host name, put the link address noted from previous step. Then in the connection category, go to SSH tunnel and put the source port, one that you know it is free for your Windows PC, in my case 1080. After, put the destination IP, 127.0.0.1:3389 and press add. Now go back to session category and add a name for your connection. Save it and press open button. When the connection appears, accept it and log in there with your Linux credentials. If everything is configured correctly and the process has been followed accordingly, we will be logged in the Linux console successfully. Next, open the remote desktop connection application and type localhost :1080 for computer name. The xRDP login page will be displayed, and you will be prompted for a username and a password. Please use same user and password like for SSH connection. If your credentials are correct, you will be able to access securely your Linux Mint desktop through remote desktop application from Windows over the internet. If this method worked for you, please give a like and subscribe to my channel for next useful videos of how to do it in Linux Mint. Next video will be how to securely connect remotely from your Android mobile phone to your Linux machine. Thank you for watching.